Hello Ratbags, it's Jade Plays Games. Welcome back to a very special Conan Exiles video. Today we're going to be talking about the brand new god that's going to be added to the game in the next 6 weeks or so. That's what I'm predicting. I'm predicting it's going to be coming out at the end of July, possibly the very beginning of August. If you don't know, the developers Funcom are adding a brand new god, a brand new avatar to the game. Jhebbal is a god of creatures, a god of animals. What we're going to be doing today is talking about that creature, any little bit of information we do know from Conan lore, what it might entail and what we think is going to actually happen when the avatar is added to the game, how it will work. There are some clues available, that's why I'm standing next to this big guy here, and also we're also going to be taking a look at taming and mostly pets. Now before you get too hype and excited, this is a mod that I'm going to be looking at, but it does give us a little bit of a clue about what to expect when pets get implemented into the game. If you don't know, pets is also coming. It's something that is in development right now. It's just about to go in testing in the central offices in Funcom, and normally when that happens, give it a few weeks, it will go to the test live servers, and when it goes to test live servers, providing there's no real problems or issues with it, hopefully it should come to the main game within a week or so. Now that's tied to the gods, because the new god, like I said, is the god of animals. Before you can go and tame some creatures, or before maybe you go and get your pets, it's going to be a case of having to complete a certain quest line with Jhebbal. So come with me on Conan Exiles as we talk about everything there is to do with the brand new avatar, what we know right now, what we want to happen, and what's the likelihood of pets affecting the game. Now, for the god itself, people have been surmising that it's going to be some sort of hyena god, because you find a character who is called the son of Jhebbal. But that may not strictly be 100% true. From the Conan lore, which there isn't that much to go on, but from the small bits that are there from Conan, the previous game they made, and also some of the comics, because it is based on some of the stuff from the original writings, Jhebbal was a god that was worshipped during ancient times by all animals and humans. At one point or another, all animals and humans shared the same language, and Jhebbal was the god of all of these creatures. Humans went on to forge their own path, and they found new gods, and they lost the ability to talk to creatures and lost the ability to also control them. And that's the main thing that Jhebbal obviously offers. It's going to give you the chance to tame your own pet. I don't necessarily think it's going to be a case of mounting them. After looking into it a little bit more, it looks like they really aren't going to be adding that in this stage. Now, it doesn't mean they're not going to ever add it, but this very first initial stage is probably going to be just about pets and taming, rather than actual mounted creatures. There's lots of problems with it. Lots of people have been commenting about the fact that the map won't be able to take it, and it'd be a bit like Minecraft. Creatures will make the game run too fast. I think that's a load of rubbish. If you boost up your player stats, you can run across that map pretty much with no problems. So the idea that just because you've got creatures that can run fast, it's not going to load up chunks very well, I don't necessarily agree. That's all part and parcel of a problem Funcom will have to fix if they want to add creatures like that. But obviously if you're going to have pets, they're going to be able to run pretty fast. Anyway, back to what's at hand. This small blur bit from a few things, and I've been looking a few things up, says that it can manifest as one of several animals. So the idea that Jhebbal might just be some giant hyena might not be true. It may be a human type creature. It may have animal parts on his face. That is what I'm going to suggest. Now we have just had the Kurtu is a bit of a humanoid creature, so it might be a little bit unimaginative if they just add another humanoid creature. So maybe it could be a sort of creature, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a hyena. Nothing has shown that it's an hyena. They've not released any concept art for it to say what it is just yet. But it is going to take on some form of some sort of animal, or it's going to have some sort of animal realistic options added to it. He's kind of like the god of the Picts, and the Picts are represented in the race that you can be in the game, but that's pretty much all we've got going on Jhebbal at the moment. Now, I am here next to this guy, child of Jhebbal. You have nothing to fear me, human. I'm simply lonely as I await my return to the misty lands. If I could simply kill Impissi to secure passage to my realm, I would do it. Now, Impissi is his brother. These are both children of Jhebbal. He is a hyena werewolf. Once all living things worshipped him, where men and animals spoke the same tongue, he would walk among them in any form that he chose. He would mate with females of all races, and from those unions would birth half-divine children such as Impissi. Most men have forgotten the tongue that they shared with the animals, only some animals remember. Would you learn to speak with the animals, human? Yes, I would. And that is pretty much how you're going to learn the brand new religion. Just like it is with the Takatu religion, where you have to go and find a trainer, and just like some of the other ones, you're going to need to go and talk to this guy before maybe possibly embarking on the path of unlocking Jhebbal Sag as your avatar or your god, if you haven't already chose it. Now, if you do want to know where he is, you want to go and take a look for yourself. Here is the location. It is just along the dens. This area is called the dens, and you can see it's just south. And if I take a little quick look there, you can pretty much see a little bit more what to expect where the area is around. So it's a pretty cool NPC. There's a few of these guys around that just offer a little bit something a bit more interesting. And when you first come across him, you think he's going to like be trouble. He's going to kill you. Now, he's talking about Imsi, and from what I've gathered, Imsi is like an evil, tyrannical brother. He could possibly well be the creature that we go to kill. Maybe he's going to be one of the bosses. So just like you've got the Takatu Witch Queen inside the temple, this is looking likely. This is what this is going to offer. Now, there are meant to be multiple dungeons being added in with this update as well. There's not going to be just one dungeon. There will be a few. Don't interrupt my video. Now, these dungeons I don't necessarily think are going to be added to a brand new part of a map. It's simply going to be added to locations. But maybe this is the location to access one of the dungeons. It would make sense, and this gateway or doorway does seem a little bit odd. Now, none of that is 100% guaranteed, and it could cause change. They may get rid of it completely. They may not even use this guy, but it does seem like it's a bit of a placeholder. And the way that it's talking about teaching you, would you like to learn how to talk to animals? So that's how it's going to be implemented as far as I can see. That's how you're going to access Jhebbal the god. For me, you're going to be able to tame creatures, small creatures, maybe babies, maybe then make them grow into adults. Maybe it won't even be that complicated. Maybe it will be a case of having some sort of statue or altar. But I don't think so. I don't think that goes immersion wise with the rest of the game. And once you've learned some things, once you've got to a certain level, or if you want to unlock the avatar, maybe you need certain weapons or items, you're going to need to take on Imsi, his brother, and that is going to be the boss fight in the game. Now, there may be more than one. Like I said, if they've got more than one dungeon, the likelihood is they'll have a few different types of bosses. And you can probably imagine it'll be something very creature eccentric. So maybe we'll see some mutated gorillas again. Maybe we'll see more werewolves. That's what to expect from Jhebbal Sag. The idea that it's going to be a avatar that gives you some buffs and bonuses. In terms of armor and pieces that it'll unlock, I'd really like to see brand new armor sets. Imagine having all different types of armor based on animals and creatures, not just the hyena one, which is great. It looks fantastic. It is definitely one of the better looking helmets in the game. But imagine having a rhino horn. Imagine having, a panther set. There are some things that utilize some of this stuff already, but it'd be good to have like fully dedicated armor sets based on the animal kingdom. I think what would also be good would be more weapons made out of ivory or bone. Since they are animals, maybe there could be swords that are made out of ivory in full sets and full shield sets made out of tusks. That is another option that they could add, or get even better with the claws. Maybe you can make bladed claws. Maybe they could be like chakras. These are all the things that I want. Nothing's concrete. We haven't really got a clue what they're going to be adding, what kind of buffs, what perks, or what building pieces they're going to be adding to it. But you can imagine if it's around pets, there's probably going to be some way to build your own pens, craft your own holding stables maybe for them. And just like with Takatu, there should be a special unique armor set added to it. Okay, so that's what to expect from the god. We're imagining it's going to be a huge avatar again, and it's going to be able to cause some sort of damage, probably some sort of biting attack. If it does turn out to be some half-deformed human, who knows what kind of way it would actually work. Now, this is a mod. It's called Pets. There are a couple mods like this where it gives you the option or shows you what it'd be like with tameable animals. It doesn't always be the easiest one to get hold of. Someone recommended, I think it was Ninja Jinx. She showed me a video every night Riot had done where he was showing off the pens and showing off the way that you could tame these creatures just by building cages and stuff. And that seemed pretty cool. This mod, however, isn't that mod. This is a different one. In this one, you simply craft the animal heads or the statues, what they're called. And then once you've crafted it, you can simply place it around and you will have your pet. So I've got some more pets here. Now obviously this isn't going to be the way it works in the game. This is a mod and it's not a very fleshed out mod at the moment. It's pretty brand new, in fact. It's only a few weeks old, I do believe. But what it does is more or less shows the creatures almost as just NPCs that you spawn in. And then once you've actually put a statue out, you can then place your creature and you've got yourself a pet, which doesn't do much at the moment. It doesn't really attack anything. It kind of just follows you around. What is interesting is the combination of looking at its eyes. Jhebbal Sag is a supposedly creature that comes out at night time, and it's one of its discerning features is it's got very fiery eyes. One of these big creatures, imagine if this was like 10 times bigger and it was like some sort of ape or gorilla like avatar with huge fiery eyes. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty sick. Now there's more than that one. Like I said, you can have all sorts. And in this mod you can even have fully grown sized spider demons. Now again, I don't think we're going to be getting these type of creatures. Just to just put it out there, I really don't think you're going to be able to tame or get hold of these style creatures running around. I don't think there'll be much use for them. Maybe they will be able to attack. I think they're going to be more a case of just being able to defend if you get attacked. They won't necessarily be a pointer like in Ark where you can set your dinos to attack something. I don't think that's going to be how it works. But it's still pretty cool. I think it's going to be pretty interesting having a little creature running around you, maybe like baby size ones. I think babies are probably going to be the best feature. The way they keep calling it pets, and pets to me is small creatures. They're not large big ones like these. They're going to be smaller cats, maybe smaller baby bears, smaller tigers. That would be pretty cool at the moment, and then hopefully one day they may implement it that we can have proper taming in it where we can make these babies become adults that we can ride, or they'll have much better uses where we can actually use them to attack other creatures and stuff like that. But I just really don't think, everything I've been reading, everything I've been looking into, says it's probably a little bit too much at the moment for them to have really robust features. So I guess the question is there any point then? Is it going to be a big update? How can you add an avatar that only allows you just to have pets instead of like big creatures? I think it will still add to the world of Conan. I think it will definitely add to that idea of making the more complex and having more about Conan Exiles that's different. So it's not going to be just a carbon copy of Ark Survival Evolved. Their taming system, their pet system is going to be very unique or very different. And I like the idea of having little baby pets. I'd like running around with like a baby, you know, a baby creature, just as long as it doesn't get killed or damaged too much too soon. And maybe there will be some buffs for it. Maybe they're working that out, because that's the only other thing I can think of as well. Really, why would you go to the effort of taming a little pet unless there may be some sort of buff associated with it? So hopefully there will be. Maybe it'll be like having an extra armor piece. If you want to add a little bit more attribute to your strength, you would maybe go and get like a baby, I don't know, a baby rhino. If you wanted to add a little bit to your speed or your stamina, maybe you would go and get something like a baby gazelle or baby panther. They could be some pretty unique things. I think that would be really cool, seeing some of that stuff in the game where it gives you buffs, and that's the idea of the reason why you would tame these creatures, is to get some sort of buff. Now, the next few weeks is going to be pretty light on Conan Exiles news as it goes. The community manager's away on holiday, and from what they've said, they're not going to be posting any more news updates for a couple of weeks. So I presume this means they're all going to be hard at work getting this system in place, getting Jhebbal Sag completed and finished and ready for coming to Xbox One, PS4 and the PC at some point around the end of July. As ever, I will keep you guys up to date on what to expect with it coming into the game. When I get any more information about what's going to happen with Sag Jhebbal, or Jhebbal Sag even, I will let you guys know, and I'll definitely keep up to date. If you don't know, I'm strictly doing mostly Conan Exile updates, but I have got some fun events planned with my patrons, so stay tuned for that. We're going to be doing some gladiatorial events, and I will try and get some tutorials done. It's just finding time at the moment has been a bit difficult. If you've liked this though, and you do want to see more Conan Exiles content, then let me know. Put it in the comment section down below what you want to see more of. Make sure you've hit like on the like button and notifications on. I do have a Conan Exile server running on the PS4 at the moment, so if you'd like to come and join it, you have to be a patron or just simply come and be one of my long-time rat bags and you can come and play. So until next time in the Exiled Lands, when we learn more about Jhebbal Sag, I'm Jade Plays Games. I'll see you later.